Yo, what up, crew? Welcome back to the show. It's your partner, Just Mike, and yeah, man, we witnessed something from Meek Mill today, right? We witnessed an official response. You know, Meek Mill did his due diligence, turned in his homework a little bit late, 5 days later, but he still gets a little bit of credit for it. And, he dropped this diss track to Drake, Wanna Know. Now, tucked into that was a nice Quentin Miller reference track to Know Yourself. But now we all know Quentin Miller was not running through the six with his woes because he's from Atlanta. Now maybe he was running with his partners on Peachtree, but definitely not in the six with his woes. Now, Funk Flex, he did kind of redeem himself a little bit. He basically provided the reference tracks. This was what I said before in my other videos. You're gonna have to provide the reference tracks, Flex, if you want to try to erase that L that was engraved, right? So he did that. He did that. He dropped the reference tracks to Rico. He dropped the reference tracks to Used To. He dropped the reference tracks to Know Yourself. Now, my opinion on these things is it's really getting confusing because you hear Quentin Miller rapping, but he's inherently sounding like Drake. The flow is a definite Drake flow. And he's talking about Drake things like, details about what Drake would rap about. And this is just weird. So it almost sounds like, Drake actually wrote these things. Quentin came back in, rewrote them or retwisted them around, reworked them, and then added a harmony to it. But it's kind of weird because it's a Drake harmony. So how could you redo a Drake harmony when he's going to do that already? It's kind of weird. I don't know. But in the base, we do get these reference tracks, right? We do get them. It's convoluted now to who wrote them and who didn't write them, what Quentin Miller was really brought in for. It's all kind of confusing. I mean, straight up, you can just say, hey, we hear Quentin Miller rapping on these tracks, but what do we know behind that? We don't know who actually really wrote these lyrics. Did he write them all? And what was he in there for, right? But like I say, man, at least things I can say is that there were some lies. Quentin Miller came out and basically said, Drake is this wonderful dude, this wonderful writer, and I could never write anything for this man. And the only thing we collaborated on were the things on If You're Reading This It's Too Late. But clearly that was a lie because we get the Rico reference track. That's clearly not on If You're Reading This It's Too Late. That's more than just 6 songs that you were credited with working on. So there has to be some sort of answer. I mean, Meek Mill kind of touched on some more stuff where he said, was it OVO Hush who wrote your stuff? Was it Quentin Miller, of course? Or was it Detail? This guy, I don't know if he's still with Cash Money, but he used to work with Lil Wayne a lot. So who knows? And there are pictures with them together. So what's going on here? What's really going on? What industry secrets are you guys hiding when it pertains to Drake? I want to know what you guys think, so make sure you guys hit me down in the comment box. Make sure to share this story across your social networks. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, Hit that button if you're watching our content, and also make sure you guys catch up. There's a lot of stuff you haven't watched. Also subscribe to me on social media at JustMike77. That's on Twitter and Instagram. But like I say, man, who knows if we'll ever get a true answer, but the tracks are out there. To me, I see most of them are just like bridge worthy, like he's covering bridges or hooks or melodies, but he's also rapping some more stuff. I also want to hear that Blessings reference track. Flex, you gotta drop that one too, man. Come on now. I know you're probably waiting until the other half of that Meek disc drop. We need to hear that one too, but that's it for this one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, it's your partner, Just Mike. I am out.